This video presentation is for Bhutanese Society in United Kingdom for the screening of Kushutara on the 16th March 2018. I would like to thank Suzanne and other team for selecting this film to screen for the audience in United Kingdom. And it's a big opportunity for me to screen my work and seen by a various audience. And I would like to thank Ambrose Cooper for being able to attend this event, and I hope you would be able to answer what I will be missing in this video presentation. I would like to share a few experiences in my life through this journey of a film, and which I think that it will inspire many young filmmakers around the world. First of all, I would like to share that how I conceived this story. Back in my young age, I mean, when I was a little girl, I was, put into an arranged marriage, and I was not through education, I was not able to get any high school degree or masters or any educations that I was dreaming about, because I had to go and go into the engagement that my parents arranged for. So from that day, my dream was very incomplete. And I used to blame my mother, like whenever I see my friends, they are doing good in life, and they going to college, and they're able to do many things in their life, and I was backdated, and I was not having that education what they have. So I always used to blame my mom. You are the one that who always wanted me to marry, and now I don't have anything and I cannot achieve anything in life. So I was blaming on her for many years. And one day during the premiere in Rivian Museum in New York, and one of the lady from the crowd asked me a question like, how did you think of writing this story? And I was like, trying to find the answer, and then suddenly I just said, Mom, my mother. And then I was able to answer on that day. But then after that, I realized, why I just said I got it from my mom. And then I tried to research myself, and I tried to think every day, why my mom? And which I always try to blame her for not giving me enough education, while my sisters and brother, they have a higher education than me, and not only me in the family who has to drop high school. And then I realized how I received this concept when I was a little girl. I used to stay home, and my mom used to teach me all these weavings. And through these weavings, she tells the story about the village. So she tells the stories every day, and how her life, during that young age as a weaver, and then every thing about her teenage life. So she was feeding me all the stories all that time. And then suddenly, when I started taking interest in filmmaking, and I wrote my first story, and what came in my mind is only a weaver character. So a character in my mind, and then I visualized everything, every scene, every a character, a dialogue, and each and everything, and what I have written on this movie. So it's all I have never been to that place, but it's all in my mind, and I have never been to that location before the shooting. So it's all my imagination. So every scene, everything, every word is all my imagination. Then I realized like why I like had all this in mind already before going to the set for the shoot. So it was my mom's story. She was feeding me all the time, and I was not able to realize that what she has given to me. I was just in hunger of wanting a more education. I want to hold a degree or master's. But then today I would like to thank, and I realize that my mom has given me everything which many educated friends have not achieved. So this is a big achievement, and also a very awakening a reminder for me to thank and don't blame someone for your unsuccessful life. And because you never know like how they must have given you the opportunity. So this is one great lessons that I have learned. I was given an opportunity to come to United States, and I studied film. And then in the class also, like, I was the silent student with no descriptions on the stories, and I was the least person to speak, because maybe they think I don't speak much. But then the problem is, like, I was not able to express what is in my mind, and I was struggling too much. You suffocate your life, like not throwing up what you think, and it's very hard for me to write and tell you stories. So then I studied English to break this silence. And then first time when I wrote the story also in English, and many grammar mistakes, many sentences incomplete, but many things going in your head, and then you really want to put your thoughts in writing, and then in writing the many words are missing and many sentences you are not able to express. So that made me so challenging and so difficult times, but I did manage to write this first story, Krishithara, and having British actor is another challenging thing in my life, and biggest challenge in my life. So to speak in British with a British actor, and having a proper script to give him, and to deliver the dialogue, and to make him understand the story, it was a big challenge. So I made it through, and now it's going worldwide, and we have covered many countries, and we have received many good feedback on this film, and we are able to capture a good audience, so which is again my achievement. I follow only one person as a filmmaker, as a very great filmmaker from my country. So his name is Zongsel Jamyang Khense Rinpoche. So he's our spiritual master. So beside spiritual masters, I respect him as a filmmaker. So I follow his steps. I studied in the same academy where he studied, and I was the second Bhutanese student at NYFA, New York Film Academy. So it was always my dream to show my movie, my work to him as a filmmaker, to judge that what I can do, and what I can improve through what I have done so far. So it was always my dream to meet him in person and then show my work. And one day he has given me a date to come and screen the film, and I was so excited, so happy, and I went so blind and with no word to express. I was like, okay, now this is the time to show my work. So I drove from Bhutan to India border to go to the east. The place is called Samdup Dzongkhar. On the way, unfortunately, I had a car accident. So in a car accident, I was totally blackout. I don't know like how the car got hit on the other car, and it was like totally broken. And when I was in a sense, my hand is already hanging in this one. in two pieces, like just hanging, and it's too painful, and the car is all damaged and crashed, and I have my movie drive, this Kushitara Pattern of Love on drive, and my car seat and all this equipment to screen the movie. And I just worried, I didn't worry about my hand, it was broken, but I was worried, oh my god, my drive, somebody might have taken it, like I was worried about my movie. And then from there, like I was taken to the hospital. So I went under a surgery and fixed my arm with the 8 screw, the steel plate still inside. And I was on the bed, on the stretcher for 3 days under observation. Under 3 days observation, I was able to discharge from the hospital. The screening happened, and in which he watched the movie among the monk, and like full of monk on the ground, and he watched the movie, and then he didn't move from the beginning till the end. He watched even the credit till the end. He was so silent, and then I can feel that he is enjoying the film, and I say like, okay, I did it. And he did certify that my movie carries a right message on karmic and also the reincarnation. But I'm a young filmmaker because I just started my career in filmmaking after many years getting involved in the film industry, but I just stepped on filmmaking. So from here I'm hoping and dreaming to achieve what I wanted to do and give back to the society. Feel free to be honest, like if you don't like something, just you're free to write on my page or write on my movie link or anything which will help me to grow and make myself better. Like I'm not the person that who feels so low and who always like to listen to good ones. I prefer to be in a situation that people defame me, discriminate you or humiliate you, because that is the way that you grow strong. You challenge life because you know your fault, like, oh, this is what they don't like me, this is what they find an error on what I do. So then you improve yourself. So this is what I have learned in life. So compliments and any feedback, please welcome. Thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you.